ANIMIX is an annual Israeli festival dedicated to animation. In its 13 years, it has become internationally renowned, along with the growing global attention to Israeli animation. This year, the festival deals with the memory of the Holocaust. How this colorful cinematic tool portrays such a dark time in history? I-24 News culture correspondent Shachar Peled found the answer.
It's a happy bar mitzvah for ANIMIX, the International Animation, Comics and Caricature Festival, celebrating its 13th edition in Tel Aviv. But this time, the organizers decided to focus on the delicate and tragic subject of the Holocaust.
I thought it was a good subject, and at the same time it was very dangerous, because how to speak about the unspeakable, and how to be in my place, because I am a non-Jew. So I try to find a point of view very much more universal.
Animator ALAIN has worked on his animated film Book of the Dead for 5 years, inspired by the thick Nazi register of names of those sent to death camps. For decades, animation mostly backed off depicting the Holocaust, apart from American cartoonist Art Spiegelman, whose graphic novel Mouse used postmodern techniques in the early 90s to describe the Holocaust horrors. Most animators have avoided dealing with the off-putting subject. This has changed in the last few years as the grandchildren and great-grandchildren of survivors try to face a time which generations before them refused to deal with.
Nyosha is actually a short animation, a documentary animation, all about my grandmother's survival story from the Holocaust.
By illustrating the memory, second and third generation of Holocaust survivors are able to tackle the subject and find a unique way to express their emotions. This demands sensitivity as well as courage, especially when the filmmaker is an outsider who decides to take an experimental and exceptional step to create a fiction feature.
It's completely imaginative, it's like a dream, well, bad dream, a nightmare. It's my vision of what it can be, or what the horror can be, and the suffering can be, and what the nightmare can be.
In the camp, I found my grandmother.
In the animation world, the boundaries are endless and a diverse spectrum of films can be created. What is usually considered colorful and fun can become a deep reflection on serious issues.
Usually when you see films about the Holocaust, they're black and white, they're very sad, they're very heavy, and a lot of people don't really want to see them. And with animation, with the puppets, we use the stop-motion animation technique. It's very more childish, and you can really connect to the puppets and to the characters, and it's much easier to see and to understand the story through the animation.
This is the first time the festival provides a platform to a workshop dedicated to the way animation deals with the Holocaust. It presents a new depiction that speaks where words and images haven't been able to for over 70 years.